Let us now continue our discussion about evaluating limits. So let us consider an example. We have the limit of x squared minus 64 all over x minus 8 as x approaches 8. So as we all know, we can use direct substitution property in evaluating these limits. So let us try. What will happen if we're going to directly substitute the value of x, which is 8, to the given function? So 8 is substituted to the place of x. So we have 8 squared minus 64 all over 8 minus 8. Simplify lang natin. So we have 64 minus 64 all over 8 minus 8. And finally, we have 0 over 0. So when we get 0 over 0, which is an indeterminate number, limits that give an indeterminate number is said to be in indeterminate form. So, pag direct substitution yung gagamitin natin, yung form na makukuha natin would be indeterminate form. Now, since indeterminate form yung nakuha natin, then we are going to use another technique para ma-evaluate yung given limits. And we call that one as the factoring technique. So good day, learners. Today we're going to talk about evaluating limits of a function using factoring technique. So kanina, gumamit tayo ng direct substitution, but not all the time kailangan natin gumamit ng direct substitution. Kasi nga, there are times na magiging indeterminate form yung answer natin. So if limit of f of x as x approaches c is equal to 0, and the limit of g of x as x approaches c is equal to 0, then the limit of f of x all over g of x as x approaches to c is called an indeterminate form, or 0, 0. So to find the values of limits in indeterminate form, we can factor the numerator and denominator. Then we divide both numerator and denominator by the common factors. Ito na yung process ng factoring technique. So, babalikan natin yung example kanina. We have the limit of x squared minus 64 all over x minus 8 as x approaches 8. So, as we all know, if direct substitution yung gagamitin natin, the answer would be 0 over 0 or indeterminate. So that is why we're going to make use of the factoring technique. So the first step is to factor the numerator and the denominator. So yung factor ng x squared minus 64 would be x plus 8 times the quantity of x minus 8. After that, we're going to divide the common factor. So yung common factor natin dito would be the quantity of x minus 8. So we're going to cancel this one out. Magiging 1 na lang sila. And what remains would be the limit of x plus 8 as x approaches 8. So since na-factor out at na-cancel out na natin yung common factor, then we can substitute now the given value of c. So, isa-substitute natin yung 8 sa x. So, it will become 8 plus 8. And finally, the answer is equal to 16. So, kung mapapansin natin, hindi na indeterminate yung naging sagot natin. The answer is equal to 16. Let's have another example. Suppose we have the limit of x plus 3 all over x squared minus 9 as x approaches to negative 3. Again, we're going to factor the numerator and the denominator. So, yung denominator becomes the quantity of x minus 3 times the quantity of x plus 3. Then, divide the common factor. Yung common factor natin dito ay si x plus 3. So, ika-cancel out natin sila. What remains is 1 dito sa taas. And sa denominator naman natin, we have x minus 3. Okay, ito na yung simplified form natin. So, after nating ma-cancel out yung common factor, that's the time we can do the direct substitution para ma-evaluate natin yung limit ng function. So, yung negative 3, isa-substitute natin ngayon sa value ni x. So, it will become 1 all over negative 3 minus 3. And simplifying it further, we have negative 1 over 6. And this is our final answer. Next example, we have the limit of x squared minus x minus 6 all over x squared minus 9 as x approaches 3. So again, factor natin yung numerator and denominator. So we will have the limit of the quantity x minus 3 times the quantity x plus 2 all over the quantity x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. After that, we're going to divide the common factor. So, yung common factor natin dito would be x minus 3 and x minus 3. So, ika-cancel out natin. What remains is x plus 2 all over x plus 3. After that one, pwede na tayong mag-direct substitution. So, x now becomes 3. 3 plus 2 all over 3 plus 3. So, the final answer is equal to 5 over 6. And next example, we have the limit of x cubed plus 8 all over x plus 2 as x approaches negative 2. Same pa rin yung process natin. We are going to factor the numerator and denominator. So, this is cube. So, yung factored form niya would be the quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity of x squared minus 2x plus 4 all over x plus 2. Then, divide natin yung common factor. In this case, yung common factor natin ay si x plus 2. So, yung matitira na lang would be x squared minus 2x plus 4. And finally, we're going to use direct substitution to evaluate the limit of the function. So x now becomes negative 2. The quantity of negative 2 squared minus 2 times negative 2 plus 4. Simplify lang natin. Negative 2 squared is 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And bring down natin yung isang positive 4. Finally, we're going to add them and the final answer is equal to 12.
Now it's your turn. Try to answer the following questions. And that's a wrap. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Sir Nino. And you can also post your math problems in the comment section. And we will do our very best to provide solution to your questions. Because remember, every problem has a solution. At kung math ang problema ninyo, ako ang kagapay ninyo, ako ang Sir Nino.